Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth and it's Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And boy, do we got a major move maker in the kitchen today. Got my man Greg Parker in the building.
What's up, baby? What's up,
Mr. Big Bizzness himself.
What's happening? What's happening?
Now listen, before we get started and get into it, y'all already know what time it is. Make sure you follow, subscribe if you fucking with us. Get down with the movement, Cooking Up 215. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, man, I'm happy to have you, brother.
Man, been a long time hanging out in the kitchen with some fellas.
Listen, man, we've been working on getting this thing going a long time. We've been in contact for a while.
Yeah,
and I always say it's about timing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
life
saying?
is about timing, for sure.
It's about timing. I feel like this is the best time, too.
I was like, it's go time.
Yeah, it's go time. he called me. He like, listen, man, don't hold no punches.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm here to clear the air. Let's get into it. Let's do it. So that's all we gonna do. You know, we get real conversation, unbiased like a motherfucker. Because I ain't got no dog in no fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about hearing the truth.
For sure, that's all.
Getting to the bottom of the shit, and
all.
that's all. Giving you an opportunity to really, you know, share your side of shit. Because I feel like everybody do so much attacking and shit.
I think the people deserve to be, you know, to hear
Definitely.
from me. You know, even though, you know, when you on the higher ups, you know, people on the higher ups that been through this be like, yo, stop this thing. Don't worry about them. Like, bro, like, it's important for me to let my people understand how things work and how things go.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a definitely a firm believer in communication is key.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
it's like, even if you feel like, you know, there's people where they would say ignore, but I always say, man, if you just speak the truth.
Our walk is different, so
that's
I get
it. You know what I mean?
I don't got nothing not to talk about. I don't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, exactly. And you outside every day still.
For sure,
you know what I mean?
Where else would I be? How I'm gonna get some paper if I don't come outside?
He got to come outside to get that paper.
For sure.
Well, listen, man, before we get down to the dirty, I want to get into Greg Parker. You know what I'm saying? Get the little G from his roots, how you got started, how you fell in love with the hustle and everything like that. So, you know, you sent me the feast joint. I did check it out. So I saw that, you know, little bits and pieces.
Oh, okay,
so I seen that you got started selling water ice.
Yeah.
Got your water ice joint at 12 years old.
Yeah. It was always, the hustle was always in me. You know, my parents was hustlers, flat for hustlers. So, you know, realistically, as much as your parents want to keep you on a straight and narrow, you know, you learn everything at home.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? So I teach to tell all my friends that, like, I didn't learn how to hustle in the streets. I learned how to hustle at home. You know what I mean? First, you know, being around my mom, my pop, they moving, they shaking, and, you know, one thing led to another, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up hustling. But ultimately, man, I really fell in love with the real estate game because it really, you know, you watch all them Scarface movies and all the movies, and you really want to live like that. We all, as kids growing up in a ghetto, think that we can live like that, but by only one means. When I seen a real estate game and I seen people with gold toilets and private jets, I knew that was a game I had to do.
So how were you introduced to the real estate game?
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, man. This is a true story. I don't think it was so much of the real estate game that I was introduced to. When I was a kid growing up, man, Donald Trump was that dude. Right. He was on everything. Yeah. Every TV show, everything. And I never forget my mom and pop. I don't know if I said this on the last podcast I did, but my mom and pop, we had went to Atlantic City to see Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks. Not me, just my mom and pop. Okay. Back then, the kids could run up and down the boardwalk. You know what I'm saying? And there wasn't nobody doing that to them. So make a long story short.
We had freedom back then. We could just be outside.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I never forget, I was on the boardwalk coming into the hotel, and all the celebrities was out there. And you can only imagine a little kid seeing everybody that's on TV, like right in front of you. I'm looking around, and then I never forget, man, I seen a hole. And there was 2 state troopers, one on each side. It was Donald Trump in the middle. He was walking, and all the celebrities. The way I felt about celebrities, that's how they was. Like, they go, nah.
They just parting the sea for Donald Trump.
This boy, right? And that was when I learned the difference between being popular and being powerful. You understand what I'm saying? And as a kid, a lot of things stuck with me. I always admire the giants, you know, even in my community. Like, some of the most people I looked up to was my pop. My old head Astro grew up next door to me, you know what I'm saying? To me, he was a giant. You know what I mean? I wanted Astro had Benzes, you know, he had jewelry, you know what I'm saying? He was rolling, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I always admired and I studied and I took pages from certain people's book that I did admire and I applied my own. So I think once I, you know, reached a certain status level of hustling and realized that I was on a hamster wheel, you know, me personally, not disrespecting no hustlers, do y'all. Me personally, I realized I was on a hamster wheel. You up, you down. as fast as the drought. Somebody get locked up, somebody get killed. It's election time, and it's restart again. It's the same hamster wheel that I felt myself on. And I never forget. It was tight. It was election time, drought. Things was going wrong. And I had enough. And I had bought this little house that I had for $5,000. And I was determined to figure out, if Donald Trump a billionaire, I gotta have 378,000 tenants. You know what I'm saying? But that really wasn't the game. Everybody think that rent houses is gonna get you rich. That don't get you rich. You gotta learn how to play the game.
Right.
So once I started really learning and studying and figuring things out, I never forget, man, I really started taking an interest in it. And I turned the same energy that I applied to the streets to that. And every day I was on it. And once you're doing something every day, you master it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? I never forget, man. It took me 5 years.
10,000 hours.
It took me 5 years, but I flipped my first house. I bought it for $5,000, ended up selling it for $75,000. When people hear that story, they think I bought it Monday and I sold it Friday.
Right.
No, it took me 5 years to actually figure it out. Damn. I never forget, I didn't know how to fix it, hiring my uncles, and they put doors on upside down. All kind of craziness. So actually, man, I met a realtor. He said, why don't you just sell it as is? I'm like, what? He said, why don't you just sell it as is? I said, you telling me I can sell this house as is? He said, yeah. And if somebody want to buy it, you could just give them a credit back for whatever they think the difference is or whatever, what you want to accommodate them.
Right.
I listed the joint at 103. He put a for sale sign up. All the neighbors would start calling. You're not going to get that for this house. I said, man, take the sign down. Right. He took the for sale sign down. I got a phone call a week later, $75,000. So within the first week or two, I got a buyer. Right? Do I want to take the $75,000? I said, of course. So I paid $5,000, ended up taking the $75,000. But what was genius when I took the sign down is nobody knew I sold it. So I was able to go around the neighborhood buying everything I could for 10, 15, 8,000, 2,000. And I was still banging them to the investors. So I looked up, man, I was 28 years old.
They didn't know you had the bag already.
No, I was, bro, the money was coming so fast and heavy that it looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I was doing about $150,000 a month at 28 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, I made my first $1 million at 28.
So when you say it took you 5 years, so you got that first house at about 23.
Yeah, I bought the house, but I was still doing other things.
Still doing your thing. Yeah,
I was actually in that house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's sad because I think through my life experience, I'm able to give different testimonies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that me realizing that the money wasn't outside sitting on the steps of the house, the actual house that I was looking
the money.
Shelter me to do what I was doing was really the money. You know what I mean? We as hustlers are so close, but that little piece of education, it puts us so far away. You know what I mean?
And a lot of times that's really what it is. You're just missing this one thing, this one tweak to your formula or to your life, and it'll change shit drastically. You make this one change and do it this one way.
The biggest thing they tell hustlers to manipulate their thought process is don't put nothing in your name. Get an LLC.
Yeah. That's crazy. LLC. And that's the wildest shit. You've been hearing that though. You've been hearing don't put shit in your name.
Yeah, that's what they tell you. That's why such and such got something in this person's name. He go to jail, this person take it, or this person sell it, or whatever the case may be. And this is my thing. If you ain't got no job and he ain't got no job, why is it okay to put it in his name?
It still don't even
add up. You might as well put it in your name. It don't make no sense. They ain't come for him, did it?
Right.
You understand? So it's certain things that we are fed, you know what I mean? Oh man, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Who want to be an Indian? I don't want no Indians around me. I want all chiefs around me.
Right.
So they can put me here. I want everybody around me that can actually run and bump and grind better than me, or at least the way I can, or better than me.
Or better.
That's the only thing that's going to elevate me as a person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So many people, it's like you said, it's just all the shit that we got fed mentally back then. Like you always wanted to be the big dog or the main one.
No doubt.
But it's like that shit don't really work like that.
When people look at us like the boss, right? The reality of it is people get jealous of the boss. Guess what? I'm just a role player like you. My job is just to get the money so I can pay you when you do your job.
Right.
You do your job, he do his job, she do her job, and my job is to get the money. Together, collectively, we're a unit.
Yeah.
But people see the fact that the funds come through you and they feel like they want to be you, or they want to be. I'm just a role player as well. You know what I'm saying? Like people got to understand that. You know what I mean? I used to always tell my friends, like even with the guys that work for me, I would never treat my contractors with disrespect. I see guys get money, cuss out the contractors and all this. I need him. He has a trade. He can go anywhere and get some money. Right. Now I got to look for good workers again.
Yeah, and this shit don't get done without them.
And it don't get done without them.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people don't understand. Even as the boss, you still got to be willing to do whatever it is you ask your team to do. Because at any given moment, they can't come. They fall short somewhere. You got to pick that up.
Wonderful bosses are great leaders. That's the difference between being a leader and a boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I could tell anybody what to do, but am I going to get busy with you? I'm going to get busy with you.
Jumping in the mud with you.
I'm going to get busy with that. Tell you. I'll get right. Yo, no, come on, let's do it. What I got to do? Throw some trash with you? What I got to do? Help you lift some wood, whatever it is. I got to ride somewhere. I used to be in Home Depot every day, not because I had to. It's because I wanted to show my guys that, listen, whatever it is that the work y'all willing to put in, I'm willing to put in.
Right.
I don't want you to think I'm going to sit home in this crib and kick my feet up and I'm just sitting there, yeah, y'all do this. Did y'all get this done yet? No, I want to see if y'all got it done. And if y'all need any help getting it done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, $2,850 a month.
I made my first $1 million at 28. I built my first home in Jersey at 28, still got the house 20 years later.
Dang.
I built the house. Yeah, built the house out the ground.
So, as you building these houses, what are you doing? Like are you flipping them? You renting them? You keeping the doors?
Oh man.
You a heavy flip dude.
Oh man, you don't want to rent nothing.
Heavy let it go.
Gotta let it go. Think about it from this perspective. He comes to me to rent a house, right? Now I go get a $200,000 mortgage and let him live in it and pay me. He couldn't get a mortgage, so I'm gonna go take out a $200,000 loan, put him in the house, and expect him to pay it for the next 30 years.
Right.
Well, if he was that accurate and could do that and his shit was together,
he could have got the mortgage
he would have had it on
himself.
his own. See, they manipulate us in this game. Now, back in the day, when these houses, great-grandmama, grandma owned these houses, I guarantee you, if you look on the deed or the title of this house, right, from back in the day, maybe in the 50s, whatever, they paid $3,000-$4,000 for this house, $5,500. So guess what? If somebody paying $1,500 a month now, guess what? It's you king. But where was it designed for us to go and pull out? Get a loan for $150,000, put $100 in it. You got a loan for $250,000. Your mortgage is $2,000 and your rent is $2,500. That's real estate? How? So I'm $250,000 in debt for you to live in this house because you couldn't get a mortgage, and I got a bank on you for the next 30 years for not having no hiccups. And
to get my money back and pay my mortgage. Yeah.
I'm making $6,000 a year. If the pipe break outside, that's $3,200 to fix. I'm down.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So the way that they teaching us now, I tell everybody, yo, buying. What about the residual income, G? See, G telling you to flip. What about the residual income? So you telling me you'd rather make $1,000 a month for the next 12 months? That's $12,000. Then sell a house and make this $120,000. Why? Why? Because you're not disciplined enough to do the right thing with your money.
Right.
Because why would I need to make $1,200 a month if I just flipped and made $120,000? I need to figure out how I can make this $120,000 a month
and keep doing.
But the mentality, you know how many people say, "Gee, you crazy? I ain't selling my house." Then what? You know why people don't want to sell their houses? Because they don't have the next step.
They scared they're going to blow that bag.
They think they're going to have the money and blow the bag.
Right.
But that's the mentality. This is the way we was conditioned. We've been conditioned to think this way. Think about this. You love this man right here. This your man.
Right.
This your man. You trust him, right?
That's my brother.
All right. Would you go to work every single day, come home, and say, "Here you go, bro. That's my paycheck at the end of the week." Now, you can do whatever you want to do with it. No, watch this. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You tell me when I can come and use it, right? You flip it as much as you want without giving me anything. You tell me what days I can and cannot use this money, right? You wouldn't do that, right? People do that every day with the bank. They work and then they go at the end of the week and get somebody their money that they don't even know. Yep. They flip their money 100 times. And then when you go for a loan, they deny you, but they give somebody else your hard-earned money. See, this game is...
That's a fact.
Yeah, this game is at...
It's crazy, yeah.
I can sit in here and really get some joints up, you know what I'm saying? But the way y'all want some advice? Get in, buy low, sell high. If it ain't here, go somewhere else. What you afraid of? We ain't been scared to get on the highway for nothing else.
Right.
Where is that? Kentucky? I'm on my way. How much they want for them? You sure? I'll be right there. What's up? 10,000 a piece? I take 10 of them. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to put them up for 30,000. Put them up on my page. Matter of fact, I might put them up for 20,000. Know what somebody from New York going to say? Where do you get a house from for 20,000? Say, I got 10 of them right here.
Come get one.
Come get them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know y'all selling them brownstones for $2 million, 1.5 and 3 million and all that. Hey, come get 10 of these. They come get 10 of them for a deuce I made a bean. Once they get them houses and they doing they want to, and then they start setting the comp, they start selling them for 55 and 60. Guess who they gonna call to get another 10? Yeah. Me. Guess who won't have them? Me. Yeah. That's it. But guess what? Once they get in that game and they start to rent and do the Burr method, what they were taught, I'm gone already. I got my bread. I'm gone. then guess what at the end of it? If I want to buy something that's up, running, renting, 20, 30 unit apartment building, go ahead and cash out on that joint, put it under trust, make my kids and grandkids the beneficiaries, make myself the trustee. Everything that run off that joint every month, that profit, go right into the trust fund. Get a percentage where these kids get X amount every month. They go into their account. Oh, man.
Give them the game, baby. Man. Give them the game, man.
Oh, man.
They over there biting their tongue right now. To the next level.
Yeah. Because everybody's teaching. You get a purchase rehab loan. You buy it. Everybody teaching that. Everybody teaching go get business funding.
Right.
Most of them that's teaching those things started with guys that we had on our platform. Mm-hmm. So they learned that. So my thing is, I love them. I see all the brothers, especially from here. Right. I'm proud of them, all of them. Whether I talk to them or not, I'm proud of them. They doing their thing. Mm-hmm. But me starting something, you got to have enough sense to know that I might have showed some people everything they know, but I ain't show them everything I know. Mm. So now it's time for me to teach at another level to bring everybody up.
Right.
Oh, get your LLC. No, get trust. We done with the LLCs. Everybody go get a trust.
The real game.
You should have nothing in your name. Your house, your car, your business, nothing. Nothing should be in your name. You should own nothing. Right. Because if you don't own nothing, you ain't got to worry about nobody taking nothing from you.
What is the process like when it comes to starting a trust? Because, I mean, we are starting to hear it now and how how many benefits is in having a trust. It sounds great, but we don't know nothing about the process.
I'm going to tell you what the main thing that shuns people away from the trust. The price.
What is the price?
It could be anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. I got an attorney.
That's what it is.
She doing them for my clients for like $3,500 starting, depending upon how many things they're dumping into the trust. But that's the problem. You can get an LLC for $125. Right. But see, that's why they putting it there.
Yeah. The hang low fruit.
You get the LLC for $125, or you can get the trust for $5,000. Guess you say, man, I can get 20 LLCs, but it ain't the same. Mm-hmm.
Level of protection is way different.
Yeah. It's like a person say, I don't need no Benz. I got this Toyota. They both drive and get me to the destination. Yeah, but if you doing 80 and I'm doing 80, I'm going to beat you there by an hour and a half. But this Benz going to roll down the highway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
In style, feeling good, too.
You know what I mean?
It's a difference. Yeah, you worry a little less when you're something a little better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. A little well protected.
And you want, I couldn't even get to that. You more protected. You run into, we joking about, the ride of the Benz, but if you run into a car in the Benz versus that car, man, that Benz, boop, pop, 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 airbags popping out all crazy.
You won't even notice what happened.
Yeah, you won't even notice what happened. So life is about protection, really just protecting yourself. Right. And the crazy thing is, due to all the stuff I've been going through, I had to learn the crash course way. Like, you know what I mean?
On the fly.
Yeah. All the things you hear on the internet, a lot of things you hear on the internet teachings, a lot of people that teaching these things aren't actually doing it, even though they know the information, which is dope. Pass the information if you know it. But they're not really executing the things that, you know what I'm saying?
And I feel like we definitely got heavy into that zone where everybody was like reading a book, then going to the screen and spitting out what they said. But are you really in the field?
Because when you're in the field, you can teach the don'ts of it. Because you know what hurts you. Right. Like, I know the things that hurt me. So when I come on here, when I go on any other podcast, or even when I'm on Instagram, I'm saying don't do something, not to combat what I heard you say. Right. Like, believe it or not, man, you be shocked how many times I shoot a video, but I know it's going to kill somebody else's joint, so I don't even post it. But they're in error, and this is accurate. The people really need this information, including them. Right. So sometimes it's like a gift and a curse with it. But lately, man, I said, you know what, man? Those people that are even teaching need to see this, because if not, they're going to be teaching so many people the wrong way. You understand? Whether you like me or don't like me, you support me or don't support me, I'm going to still put the information.
Right. So, all right. So, I know that you used to actually work at a bank. Like, that's where you met your wife and everything like that.
No, well, my wife from down my way. She just happened to work there, too.
She hosts. All right. So, y'all already knew each other prior to the bank and all that type of shit. Y'all would have got together regardless. Yeah.
Well, we started hanging out more together because we was in both spots.
Because you was working together. All right. So, did the bank play a role in your level of knowledge when it came to credit and leveraging these houses and stuff like that?
No, I worked in the mailroom.
Oh, so you ain't even get to learn the game and all that.
I'm going to tell y'all the honest to goodness truth, bro. I learned through trial and error. That's why when you do see me, you don't see too many people combat the things that I teach. Right. You might see them say other stuff, but when it comes to that teaching, they don't combat it because I've been through it. I could show you paperwork like, yo, look, I've been through this. I lost this. Right. This happened over here. Don't do this because of this. Like, I learned this trial and error, bro. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I used to buy my houses and fix them on my own money. And then I learned how to leverage. I learned that, hey, listen, instead of spending $100,000 and waiting for the $200 to come back, you could put that $20,000 down on 5 houses. And then got all 5 houses running at one time. And that's how I learned the Burr method. And I scaled up and blew up out of control, but that's how I got in a ton of debt. That's why I teach against the Burr method, not because I'm combating with such and such as teaching. I love such and such.
Because you learned the negative side of it.
But such and such ain't reached my level.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when such and such reached my level, he be like, yo, bro,
he gonna feel that same problem.
And I be like, I told you. Like, don't get me wrong. It's brothers that are elevating and sisters that are elevating now that I had conversation. They'll call me like, yo, so I was like, I told you. You know what I mean? Like, that's this part of it. Then when you get to that part, like even some of the stuff that I'm going through now, I be reaching out to Matt. Yo, don't do this. Yo, don't do that. They're going to turn on you. Don't do this. Don't do that. This going to happen. That's going to happen. Okay, bro. All right, I got you. Don't do it. I don't say okay. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, for I be on
say okay and then go do the shit.
And then I look up and it's boom. You right there. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. You know, I'm the type of person that, you know, I'm going to put it out there. Like I said, as far as from the bank standpoint, I ain't learned nothing in it, bro. I was just worked in the
Just in there working. Yeah. All right, yeah, that's dope, though. It's not like they had any background.
Yeah.
So now you're flipping all these houses. At what point do you start getting on Instagram, sharing the game?
When the gram first got on, I was just like everybody else. I ain't want nobody to see my picture, nothing. Even though I was in the real estate business, because I've been doing this 20 years. Instagram, but how many years old now? I don't think
know. Like since like 2012 or 13 it came out.
10 years old? You want to say safely say?
Yeah,
10 years
about
old?
10 years.
So I've been doing this 20 years. I never forget. I was already living in Miami when Instagram started. I remember I first started my Instagram. And what I started doing was, bro, honestly, just showing people what I did every day. That's it. See, that's the dope part of when you genuinely doing something. I show my goods, my bad. Like even when I'm going through now, I said 2 years ago, I'm going to be broke all 2023. I said to pay all my debts off, and then 2024, I'll be rebuilding. I sold all my cars a year ago. I put my stuff up because I want people to see. I'm already ahead of what people are about to go through right now through this little recession we're about to go through.
Right.
I've been going through this for the last 2 years because I've already been ahead of it. So when people see me selling my cars, I'm like, yo, listen, I don't want no car notes. I don't want this. They like, gee, crazy. What you mean you don't want no debt? You got to have certain debt to do this and that. I'm like, yo, I don't want owe nobody nothing.
Right.
From corporate to regular people. You know what I'm saying? So what I started doing was when Instagram first popped off, I just genuinely started taking pictures of me with my kids. And Nick going out, taking pictures of us down the beach or at a club or whatever, and people just got to see it. Because nobody really was down there then.
Right.
You know what I mean? People got to see it, and they say, "Oh, Miami," and they see this and they see that, the boats and this and that. And then after that, I just started showing my work. When the business had failed when I moved to Miami. See, truth be told, I didn't go to Miami on top. I was losing. My house was in foreclosure up here, and I moved to Miami because I'm gonna tell you why. I moved my kids. I moved my family to Miami. Because I thought I was in danger of losing the property. And I didn't want my kids to see the regress. So I said, listen, we're going to move to Miami. I said, we're going to live in an apartment for a few months.
Right.
And then we'll figure out where we want to live at. But the sunshine and swimming pools, when they got there, it was like, oh, even though they went from an 8,000 square foot house to an apartment.
It's just still an upgrade.
It was still an upgrade. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got there, I never forget, I only had bed sets. I never bought no furniture. All my kids had bed sets. And I told them we wasn't going to be here long. And I looked up. Market that started popping back up here. I came back up here, and then that's when I started showing what I did here every day. Because I was already showing just me living with the kids and stuff. But when I got back up here, and I was able to show moving and shaking, oh man, people, they could see it. It was like in their living room. Like, it was a part of it. And then next thing you know, people like, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? Okay, cool. Let me have my first class I teach. I taught my first class down my way. People came for free. They loved it. And then next thing I know, I was teaching. I was in Temple doing 1,000 people.
Damn.
900 people, they lined up around the block. Nobody, with a bunch of nobodies. It was me. Nobody really knew. Maserati Niche. Sneaker from the Ike and Lord. Herman. Wallow opened up. Cecily. Nikki. B. Wims. And my accountant Damon. And that's we mobbed.
Yeah, you're like the first, the first official gurus of Philly for real. I believe that was like the first circle of gurus.
No disrespect to the OGs that came before us, but for us from a young black panel flying on jets and teaching people, educating it.
Y'all was the ones. Set the tone.
We set the blueprint. And guess what? To everybody out there watching, there's no disrespect. If you came before me paying homage If you came after us, it was for y'all to get it and for y'all to take it to the level that y'all taking it to. That's what it's about. People used to hit me like, man, look at such and such Instagram. His house look like yours. Man, that shit make me smile. Because I showed him a system that works.
Right.
And he duplicated it. Or she duplicated it. Why wouldn't they?
Right.
You know what I mean? You think I'm mad? It's a million Maserati niches out there now that's doing credit and funding. And, you know, it's a million Hermans out there that's doing that stuff now. You know why? Because we showed that it was possible.
Right.
I see people in my city right now try to have events, right? When I used to come, thousands of people show up. I never had no celebrities, just us, right? But it's not that these people that are having events now aren't as great as we were, but they can't pack the building out because it's a big business in every city now. People's coming from Cali, fucking Atlanta, everywhere to see us. You couldn't
get it everywhere.
You couldn't get it everywhere. So people thinking that they're going to go in and do it bigger than us, it was not going to happen.
Right.
It's not going to happen because these people have one of us
every city.
In every city. You can go to every city, you got Philly, it's a workout, it's a new, you got, you know what I mean? You got these guys, you know what I'm saying? You got different guys. In Atlanta, you got guys. In Chicago, you got guys and women. Sorry, ladies. You got women and men. You know what I mean? In all these different cities you go to, there are people that are offering the same services. Right. So you got to be a special person for them to come. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see now people are having celebrities and people that are super rich to come.
That's pull you all the way in.
They gotta pull you in. They gotta be able to pull you in there. It's the only way. Because what we built and what we did is that era is over. It's over now. Like the courses. Like ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? That people, all right, people ain't buying it. That shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over. Like those people have purchased information that they cannot utilize. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And we as mentors know that. You know that. Because half the shit that people is putting out, they ain't utilizing it. Right. So you got to understand when you having a mentorship versus something, of course, you basically holding people's hand on. Is it a headache? Yes. You know how many people say to me, you crazy. Your mentees got your phone number. They call you. You can talk directly. You crazy. They be coming hanging out with you. You crazy. Because it's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? Like now, even things that I'm going through, people don't get to where they feel they should be in the time frame. And then it's like, I gave you my money. And it was bad blood. You ain't make me a superstar. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it. We about to definitely get into that. We're going to make these plates first. Yeah, that's wild, though. Yeah. That's it. So one question before we go to this break. When you started showing your work, once you came back here and the market is booming and you showing them you outside every day, was it your plan to become a real estate guru? Was that that you see that as a business opportunity? Or you just was giving them you?
You want to hear something crazy? And anybody that know me know this. I gave away the information. They had to make me start charging people. Like my people was like, bro, I charged $125 for a weekend class. I did 4 weeks out of the month. I charged $125 per person for four weekends. You know how much money they charging for a 4 weekend class? People charging $50,000, $60,000 for
125 these days. You only getting a little booklet download joint.
Bro, let me tell you something. I had no idea that it would get this big. But I will say this. I did it with the intent that everybody in the world could learn this. And then when everybody in the world did jump on it, it was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But my intent was, because I'm gonna tell you a quick story before we go to break. I was stepped to by these older white guys, investors. And I allowed them, they kind of tricked me on my spot. Like I had 28 properties. I was 29 years old. When I was 28 years old, I had 29 properties.
Damn.
Right? And I let these guys buy in with $500,000. I had $8 million almost worth of real estate. I didn't know at the time. I'm gonna tell you how I got woke. I signed over on my LLC. I made them manager member when they came with new LLC. So I had no power. I became a worker on my own shit. Right. But it's a lesson. It's a lesson I learned. And they became the manager member over my LLC, and I became a worker, and I owned all the shit. They didn't even utilize really their own money. They went and got listen how vicious. When they signed that, they went and got lines up against the shit that I had. You understand? So the $500,000 they was putting up, they didn't give me that all at once. They put up like $250, and then they had $250 for the acquisition of properties I was transferring. Which they really stole them. And then they had another $250 that they was on for construction. So as I was working for them on my own stuff, vicious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So now watch this. Now they go to the bank. So when the bank guy comes out, of course they not from the community. So I run around with the bank stuff. And the bank guy tell me it's like, yo, it's like $8 million worth of real estate. And even then I wasn't woke. I was just excited, like, oh shit, I had $8 million worth of stuff. Right. Let's go. I'm thinking, these guys, we gonna make money. I think young black people think that when they connect with a white person, that is just that they just gonna they
savior
rich
complex.
and we like the savior complex. And then don't get me wrong, I got, it's good white people, black people, whatever.
Right, but it's still that thing of thinking that somebody gonna swoop in and they gonna help
save you. Like we can't save each other.
Level.
The only way we gonna get saved is that way. So this is my thought process. Whole time they wearing my ass out, right? Then I'm gonna tell you what happened. We end up falling out, dissolving the company, bro. When I tell you, I walked with all lots, all the houses that we did renovate, they kept them. I walked with all lots, and I had 2 pieces of property. There was 2 properties that was actually standing, but they was raggedy, but they was actually standing. I moved to Florida. I thought it was over. The recession hit. The market tanked 08.
Right.
It took me about 2 years to go broke, capital-wise. I probably had a couple mil, you know what I mean?
Right.
It took me about 2 years and some change to go broke, where I was broke. And I started getting phone calls, and they was like, yo, you own a house at such and such. I'm like, yeah. They like, you want to sell them? Yeah, what you offering? I give you $70,000 for it. I'm hanging up on them. I paid $1,500 for the house. Stop playing me. I was just like man, stop playing me.
Yeah.
Hang up. Phone calls start coming in heavy. I don't know how they was tracking me down. Phone calls, letters, postcards, everything. And then next thing I know, I'm like, all the seeds that I had planted had sprouted up. Harvest season.
Right.
I went home. Oh, these same houses that I told you I was going to be worth $100,000, y'all was laughing at me. They worth what now? It's showtime. Never forget, my lawyer called. He said, listen, same lawyer that, when I dissolved the company with these guys.
Right.
He said, listen, I got a guy that needs to do a 1031 exchange. I haven't even heard of a 1031 exchange. And he needed to roll it over into the properties and end up giving me $80,000 for the joint. I never looked back. I took that 80 ball, tore their ass up. I never looked back. But when I started running again, it's an article. You can probably post it. It say North Philly native returns home, flips dozens of properties. Same paper tried to tear me down, right? So boom, now I'm running, right? But I'm gonna tell you something personal that I had with me when I came back the second run. That I would teach all my people, because what happened was when I separated myself from them in the beginning and ran with the white guys, I was over there. I was with celebrities and I was partying, and they didn't have the education, and my friends was in the back. So I vowed to myself that this time I'm gonna surround myself with my own people, and I'm gonna teach everybody that I can, so that if I fall this time, at least I'll have a cushion. You know what I mean? Like, we all rich, like Dame Dad said. Everybody in your clique gotta be into some people.
Every nigga in your clique rich, your clique rugged.
And that's where I got that from. And shout out to Dame Dash, man. Y'all people be thinking Dame crazy. Dame be saying some heavy shit though.
His delivery be wild, but that nigga's knowledgeable.
But guess what?
I can't wait to have him
my
up
mom
here.
used to be like that, and that's the way I am now. Guess what? You can't sugarcoat none of this. You know why? Because you might tell somebody something, they might walk out that door. But if you didn't tell it to them directly, you could say they life. You might have sugarcoated and they might have walked into the shit you was trying to say.
They still think it's sweet.
So the way he give it up, you just gotta. Somebody asked me today, well, why should you put your personal house into a trust? I said, listen, I ain't got time to explain it. If I tell you to duck, because you might get your head blown off. You ask me, if you turn around and see what's coming.
Fair.
You know what I mean? So just to finish off, what you said, I vowed to teach everybody, and that's why when I came back after the 08 crash and I got back on my feet, that's why it blew up. Because, bro, everybody that I could teach, I was teaching. Everybody that I could employ, I was employing. I had over 100 employees, man. Lines around the corner every Friday, right, bro? Everybody out there, 20, 30 people out there picking up checks at a time, in and out. I guess it was crazy. So I vowed that I would never, ever go on this journey without my own folks. You know what I'm saying? And then look, look at it. It blew up.
It blew up.
You know what I mean? It's legacy. My legacy is not just my children. When I see, and no disrespect, when I see the guys from my city doing exactly what I was doing, that's my legacy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I planted those seeds for those guys to have that information and connect the dots. It's people that I don't speak to no more, but them built relationships with people that I introduced them to.
Right.
It don't matter to me. It happened.
It's still part of it. And the crazy part, there's probably so many people out there that don't even understand that whether they did business with you directly or not, once they see you on Instagram
Oh yeah.
That you spark something in them. That's still part of your legacy. You know what I mean? So it's like as much as people want to be naysayers and say all the shit they want to say, it's like
they can't deny
you could be the reason that all these motherfuckers change their life around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The reason a
them.
lot of niggas is flipping houses and doing the real estate versus being out here in the streets as they once was.
My goal, bro, I could have made my page private
and kept all that shit to yourself.
My own business to myself. Bro. You know what I mean? Even now, I'm still every day. You know why? Because I gotta show people that you don't come this far just to come this far.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody never said it was gonna be easy. Like, bro, I had roadblocks all my life, man. We busting through these joints, man. It might take us a little longer, because guess what? You look back, the same 15 to 80 motherfuckers that was mushing, which it might be 3 people mushing. But we mushing.
But we getting up this motherfucking hill, yeah.
For sure.
That's what's up, man. Well, we about to get into this break. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth. Greg Parker, Big Bizzness in the building. It's Cooking Up 215. We be right back. Let's go.
It's our favorite part of the show.
That's your favorite?
Yes, sir. Ah, chef, what you got cooking?
You already know.
Y'all already know who it is. Your boy Smooth, and it's Cooking Up 215. And we still here with my man Greg Parker, Mr. Big Bizzness himself. Y'all see what time it is. We got this good food. You know, it's a special joint, so I always like to do these special ones, make them more dear to the heart. So Mom Dukes put something together. There's some Tuscan salmon on top of some, you know what I'm saying, some linguine. This shit is different. This is...
You got real food.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't play around. We do this thing for real.
He ain't gonna fake it. This shit ain't for show.
This is for real.
They can't pull these joints out the ovens, heat it up. Like, this real food. This shit ain't for show right here.
And this ain't the salmon out the frozen little packs. This some real cut. You know what I mean? This for real.
Mom put this thing together.
This shit serious.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Yeah. And also shout out to our, friends, Bel Air, my guy Rose. It is with the bamboo.
This is my first time having it. This joint super smooth, bro.
This shit is so different.
Super smooth, bro.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is He said this the one.
It is good too.
Yeah.
They got a nice little taste to it.
It got the perfect taste and the hit. And it's
what is it, cognac?
That's right. It's really a rum.
Oh, it's rum?
It's rum.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wouldn't even thought that, right?
No. It tastes like cognac.
It hits so clean and smooth. It's crazy.
I don't drink. What's my first time drinking in about a month or 2.
Yeah,
I'm with you though.
Came outside for my guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he outside for me. So it's the time, man. Go ahead, dig in, and we about to get to the nitty gritty. What I know a lot of y'all, came through to hear it about the real scandal and all the shit that's going on behind the scenes and everybody what they got to say. So I feel like a lot of the shit that's going on with you right now when it comes to everybody and the scam allegations and all that type of shit, I feel like it peaked when your mentee flooded one of your cribs, had the billionaire.
Right.
I think that's when shit hit the fan.
Right.
Am I right? Was it already going down before that, or was that when shit?
That was it.
That was it. Okay. Yeah.
That was it.
I feel like once that happened, it was just like everybody wanted to, not everybody, but people wanted to get on the gravy train too and come out and have their piece and say what they wanted to say.
Right.
So let's get into, first off, what's your relationship like or was like with Had before?
He wasn't a mentee.
Okay.
He was a kid that I actually raised in the business. Made him a part of my team. He was like an understudy. He used to follow from city to city with my team. And I told this story, I'll never forget. We was in Chicago. I stopped the whole show. And I was like, I looked down and he was sitting in front of a notebook. I'm like, yo, what you doing here? He looked up like, I'm trying to learn. So people like, oh, he trying to learn. I said, no, this kid follows me from city to city. Like, this is his 4th joint. I'm just trying to find what's up with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
So make a long story short, I asked him what did he do. He said he was in school. I asked him when did he graduate. He told me. I said, when you graduate, you come work for me. When he graduated, when his mom pulled up, he came. I'll never forget, we stand on the block. He came up, he like, I graduated. Put him on. I was on an Atlantic City event. Showboat Hotel. Shout out to Bart Blastine. Shout out to B. B. Maloof let me use the showboat. I actually use the showboat all the time. And about 2,500 people in this joint. Joint packed up to the rafters like a rap concert. Whole weekend joint. And I never forget. I said, anybody here need LLC? At first I taught that everybody needed to get an LLC. How imperative it was for everybody to get an LLC. Right. And then I said, if you need your LLC, Jihad gets all the LLCs. Give him your number. He gave him the number, and the rest was history. And of course, he didn't ever do none of my LLCs. He was a kid. He was part of my team. That's what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but I'm helping you eat.
But he knew how. But it was one of those things where influence. You know what I'm saying? And the same with the rest of my crew we all I introduced my crew to or whatever. This such they'll fix this, they'll do this, they'll do that,
right.
and we all blew. But that's what really happened. So he ended up blowing up from that, and just stayed around. You know what I mean? Whatever I could teach him, I teach him. Whatever I could be there for him, I could be there for him. I went through a hardship where, when we left, when our black people can't really stay together through much of nothing. They'll get money together, then after a while. Now, I hate to say that publicly, but I mean, shit, even the Jackson 5 broke up, and they was brothers. You know what I'm saying? So when money comes into play and people start to feel themselves, everybody don't have the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people started to separate and do their own thing.
Right.
And I think that somewhere along the line it became them against me. You understand what I'm saying? And I never wanted that. You know what I mean? If you and him had an argument or a disagreement, they both would come to me. I'll put them in the same room because I felt like we was family. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was like them against me. And I had never done nothing wrong to none of them. I never did nothing wrong to none of them, but put them on money. So I really couldn't understand it.
When you say them, who are we talking about?
The people that originally worked with me. My original group. But this the realization. Look what I came to realize. And I said this on another podcast. Those people are opportunists. Not in the negative. Don't nobody take that negative. Y'all take so many things in negative. They saw opportunity where they could jump on board with something, and they can make something of themselves while contributing, right? And they seized the opportunity. And when business went wrong, they bailed, right? When things wasn't going right, they bailed. But guess what? I don't blame them. They came here for business.
Right.
So as long as they were making money, they were getting what they came for.
They was happy.
But when things start to go wrong and they decided to leave, I can't be upset with them because that's not what they came for. You know what I mean? So I didn't expect them to stay and this was my baby. This is what I birthed. And the same way I had them in them slots, I was able to put other people in them slots and make them millionaires as well.
Right.
Because I was the head of what I was doing. It was me. It was my idea. It was my plan.
Right.
So no matter, I could take 5 people out on the streets and accomplish the same shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was able to put people in position and nourish their businesses and so forth and so on. So I just think that us as minorities, when money come into play this week, when ain't nobody got no money, it's all love. Everybody love each other.
Fact.
When I had money, everybody still loved me. But when everybody got money, you got to see how everybody really feel and their thought process. And you know what I mean? This person trying to steal this information so they can provide services in their business that I'm providing over here. Right. But the whole time I wouldn't have allowed nobody to provide your service because you're part of my camp. So if you doing construction,
right.
And he came on, he's doing credit, and then he started doing construction. I'm like, yo, bro, that's bro lane. Let him do his lane. He ain't standing. I just felt like that was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? So once everybody started to part their ways, people felt as if they had to pick a side. And I think the whole part of it is that at some point, I don't know if people leave that I was going to lose, because I was never going to lose. I was winning before they got there. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that I didn't understand what was going on. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to truly say this. I believe that things happen for a reason, right? Because me going through what I went through prepared me for other things. You know what I'm saying? And quite sure it did with them. Like we didn't, in the beginning it was rough, rocky. But then after a while, one by one, we sat down and, I mean, I had different conversations with different people. Not everybody, but I had different conversations with different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with him, like, we come to the crib still. We bust it up still. You know what I'm saying? Not to really waste a whole bunch of time on it. To be honest with you, man, great kid. Became very arrogant to a point that, some people make it to a level you really can't tell them nothing. Yeah. And somewhere along the line, out of all the things that I told him, that he capitalized off of when he got to this point, I was like, I couldn't tell him nothing. You know what I'm saying? And what he did to me, I really still can't understand it to this day. Right. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, it was a blown out of proportion situation, as if we had fallen out about X amount of dollars. We didn't. That really wasn't, that part of it wasn't truth. You know what I mean? Like, the reality of it is, like, for what I can't explain why he did it.
So it's like you pretty much, from what it seemed, and I didn't even do a deep dive into it either. I don't feed into the negative shit that. Right. But from skimming it, it looked like maybe y'all had some type of business deal, somewhere along the,
The
lines,
business
it's
deal
like
Ben
some
went
money
bad.
was supposed to
The
be
business deal
given
Ben
out.
went bad.
Okay.
Right? This who I am though. I ain't harp on it. You ain't do what you was supposed to do. You feel like I ain't supposed to do what I do. What we doing?
Right.
Okay. So you gonna sit here and occupy this space until every dime of this money is gone. Why? Why do that? Out of spite. Why do that?
So he was pretty much like holding up a property.
That's what happened.
Right.
Then once the money was gone, yo, bro, listen, every single dime is going down. What we doing? Oh, I'm gonna leave this and that and this and that. Then when I go in there, y'all see the water running.
He flooding and shit.
By the grace of God, I haven't been in the house in years. Just that one particular day, I came down the block and I went to get the lock box, opened it, and he had changed the locks. I called the locksmith. I never forget. I called the locksmith. Locksmith get in there. I said, yo, how long is longer? I gotta go to the bathroom. So the locksmith, he like, I'll be in 2 seconds. He opened the door. I run in the house. As I run up the steps, I hear water. I said, damn, the kitchen sink on. I cut the kitchen sink on and run up the steps, not thinking nothing of it. I'm standing at the toilet going to the bathroom. I hear the tub running. I just had to look over. I'm like, the tub running in this thing. I'm like, what the hell? Go to the bathroom, cut the tub off. Come downstairs, look, I see water running on the kitchen floor down in the basement. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So I posted it. I don't tag nobody. I posted it. But the unstable emotions that he runs off of, you know what I'm saying? Like, he seen the people commenting and got offended.
Right. They don't even know it's you.
They don't even know it's him.
Yeah.
Right? Then he calls me. I'm snapping out. He records my conversation. Post it on Instagram. Which, you know, you can't even, you ain't supposed to do that. But I let him live on that.
So many violations.
I let him live on that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, yo, you know he could boop bop. You know that was, I'm like, man, listen, man.
Right.
Let it go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So make a long story short, that's really where it was at. You know what I'm saying? With him. And then that kind of sparked the, F you, this and that. But it's like, you know how people always want to say some shit, but they wait for one person to say something, then they want to say something.
Right.
Like, it was that kind of thing. But through all of that, you ain't never see me really fire back or say nothing about these people. They like, I ain't really trying to get in all that. Like, this is my thing. We on 2 tiers. I'm gonna go about my life. Y'all can go about your life.
Right.
And I mean, I hope you make it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hope you got enough to continue to make it. I wish you the best. You know what I mean?
So my thing was with that, where I felt like it was just fucked up. Even if there was a bad deal along the lines, it definitely, from even what he was saying, it seemed like you still was willing and trying to rectify the
I'm gonna
situation.
say it without being disrespectful, like, men do men things. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really expect him only but to do, because he don't act like that. He act like a big boy. He not acting like a man. Not to disrespect him, but he's acting like,
it is what it is.
The way he's acting like a child. I'm gonna give him that. He's just acting like a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not like, come on, bro, I made you a millionaire.
Yeah.
Listen, I made you a millionaire, and after all that, and I'm gonna show you this. After all that, guess how much he ended up saying I owed him?
What was it, 100,000, right?
$8,000. I'm gonna show it to you. Text from him. See, that's why I came here. I ain't come here to do all that. It turned out to be $8,000.
Only $8,000, and this nigga was willing to flood the whole house about it? That's crazy.
There you go, right here. That's him. It's saying,
you could click it, though. Push that joint. It should
I'm sorry.
Press it, hold it.
How you make it bigger? There you go. It say 2 months paid up front, August 2019. 2 months of rent was paid September, October. 100K was paid in November. 41 months, which he stayed in the house. Why would you occupy a house for 41 months?
Right.
He said 41 months he stayed in 219 plus 5 months on the other house. He had 2 houses. 46 months total stayed minus 4 months that I initially paid. 42 months total times $2,000 equals $84,000. He said minus 100,000, I owe him 16,000 left over. He said it was 16,000 left over minus the 5,400 equals 10,006. He had 5,400 in bills they left on my house on a fucking North Philly road home. So you know they wasn't paying shit.
Right.
Right? Now here it is, minus the 2,500 sent this week. He say now I owe him how much?
8,100. 8,100. All that about 8,100.
And you want the truth? That was he had occupied the house extra 2 months. So that was $2,000 a month. He occupied the house extra 2 months after that.
So it's really
out $4,000.
Yeah.
That's why when I got on the joint, I said, yo, champ, just tell me what I owe you. I'm gonna give it to you. no, F that. You don't owe me this. You want me to just shut up. I don't care if you shut up or not, because whatever gonna happen to me, gonna happen to me. Whatever happened to you, gonna happen to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I don't need you to shut up at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, it's just this thing where it's like, man, loyalty and like just period. You put a nigga in position, help change his life. You had the billionaire on Instagram now. Now you got your own clients. You building your own name and reputation.
Still want to see him
teaching
win.
the same shit that he taught you.
Want to see him win, bro, to this day. Let me tell you something.
That's just the crazy part.
Let me tell you something, bro. Like, people do things in life. They are who they are. Where you really going to get at in life? Like, what you really think? You really think after all that, who really want to... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you think your business going to elevate? Any of these guys.
Yeah.
Where you think their business really going to elevate? Mm-hmm. Really going to elevate. Because what happens is...
People see your character.
Exactly. Because this is what I did last week. I was in my bag. People sending me so much stuff, I couldn't take it no more. I said, this is what I'm going to do. I started posting on other people sending them in. So when I posted his picture, I said, anybody done any business with him that didn't go right? 1 million niggas in my DM. They all on my page. Yeah, you owe me this. I said, you know what? This we going to do. Because I know where this can go.
Right.
So I shut it down. That's when I shot the video. I said, listen, man, anybody I got any beef with, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone, because there's people on here saying, oh, yeah, this and this and this about everybody.
Well,
Let me say this to everybody that's watching out right now. Every business is going to have disgruntled people. Mm-hmm. Clients that actually feel like that, hey, damn, it didn't work out for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So before you start to pointing a finger, throwing stones at somebody, understand there's going to be people that feel like that with every business.
Right.
Bro, they was naming people on there. I had to start, like, bro, they was in my DMs going crazy. Like, but I know that's just how we are. So I wanted to stop that. Right. I want to say this to everybody watching now, like, don't bash your mentor. If you, we ain't talking about me. This ain't for me. This for the people that y'all was talking about in my, and a lot of them I sent them to them. I said, yo, listen, these people saying this about you, boom, boom, boom. Just let them get ahead of it. You know what I mean? That's what real dude's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So they was like, thank you, I appreciate you, I love you. You know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, keep doing your thing. You know, we all go through it. You know what I mean? But I want to say this: do not abandon the person that you're doing business with because something goes wrong, and you see that person winning. Oh man, I did this with that person. I see they at the fight. I see they at the Sixers game. Like, yo, like you don't know the sacrifice this person went through. So don't do what y'all did to me to these other leaders, because at some point y'all gonna end up with nobody. Because it ain't a leader out here, a mentor out here, nobody out here that's doing it that don't have somebody that's upset with them right now.
Right.
And none of us. It's not about doing bad business. It's some of these mentors that get in there and think they just gonna hang with you every day. Some of these mentees. And they think that, well, damn, you rolling with bro every day, like that. Damn, bro, what's up? I'm trying to get with you. And sometimes it be that starstruck. It be that they wanna roll with you, they wanna hang with you.
Right.
And me, I'm that kind of person. Like, well, come on to the city. We gonna be at such and such. We gonna be working here this week, and people come down. But when you can't always accommodate that, people get upset. It don't always be about the money. Dude got on my man podcast got on my man live yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, I done business with G, talk filthy about me. He said, well, how much do G owe you? He said, no, he paid me. He said he paid you. He said, yeah. He said, well, what you here for? No, I'm just saying, I know it's other people that ain't get paid. I said, you know what it is? It's the breakup. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm big on that. Like, if we can't get along, I love you, man. I'm going about my business. Like you're hiding them. Mm-hmm. I don't hate them.
Right.
I don't want to see nothing happen to them. Right. You understand? But it's a breakup. Like, that's it. We done. So at the end of the breakup, when we was done, when all our business was finally done, that's what he did. He tried to flood my joint. What made him mad was I caught it. So he didn't even get it off. Right. Like, why me?
Before you was even able to put it all the way down like that,
I caught it.
Yeah.
Then the crazy thing is, the boy going there, exploit me on his page, talking about I took advantage of him, he's a kid, they all ganging up on me. Then the next week I see him in Miami about to pull a gun out on her. Which I really was pissed, because I'm like, even though I ain't fucking with him, like, he ain't put no gun out on my young boy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like where you about to really get into it with the young boy.
Exactly.
How you gonna say you taking advantage of him, but then you willing to go ahead?
Because Jihad was genuinely angry and frustrated, because in his mind, sometimes you gotta lose, you gotta concede. Mm-hmm. Champ, I told you year after year not to stay in the joint. And Lou, I said, don't drain all your money in this joint. Him and the person that worked for me always went at it, because she was trying to get him out. And I had to tell him one day, I said, you know that's not her joint. That's mine. So whatever you got to do, let's make it shake. Let's make it shake. You want to see me up here? You want to meet me down in Miami when I get home? Because he had an apartment down there. The sad part about all this, he wasn't really even occupying this joint. He was just holding my keys up. You living in Miami. What we doing? But I could tell the malice, you know what I mean? And whatever he was being fed, I could tell because here it is, I raised him in the business. You understand what I'm saying? I made you a millionaire. Like, bro, let's keep it real. Like, come on, man. We gonna say it. You niggas wouldn't have been living like that. Come on, man. When the last time you was flying on these motherfucking jets and doing all this shit?
Right.
Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Great kid, smart kid. But what I gave him, nobody else was giving him.
Right.
So my thing is, you went to the next level. I put you here, and he was just angry. He lost because you waited. What you thought? One thing about me, I got patience. Listen, that's why I don't be arguing and all that. I got patience.
You've been in the game a long time.
I got
you patience.
Have that. I knew if it took me 2 years, you was going to have to get out one day. Guess what? That day came.
Right.
And when it came, it was just time for him to leave.
And he was sour about that.
Bro, you just seen the man, just his own text message he sent me, bro.
Right.
So he deducted everything he took from me and said I owe him 8,100. But he went on the internet telling everybody, and these people really out here thinking I owe this man 100 grand.
Right.
That's why we here today.
So so that's the thing too. So it's so much shit that the internet, everybody always only see that first 15 seconds and don't even get the backstory. They don't know everything.
Yeah.
Like
it was a breakup that
like even when you talk
upset.
about the fact that how some of these people really just getting into these mentee joints for a relationship.
They do.
They not even in it really about the business. They want to just be a part of big business. To say they fucking with big business, I'm doing business with big business. You know what I mean? That's just the hot thing to do at one point.
You know how that to be true because when I teach them, you could tell because they're not executing the plays that I'm teaching them. They're not executing it.
Right.
So if you pay me $10,000 to be a mentor, I'm running these plays to you. You see, he making money off the plays. He making money. You ain't running none of the plays, but you've been with me a year.
And then when I break up with you,
I'm going now. You ain't got nothing going. Listen, I got a dude that went on Board Podcast. We got a minute for me to say this.
you got time.
He said he spent $300,000 when I took $300,000 with Elmer's in Harlem. That's the name of his Instagram. His name Jimmy. He came with $250. He ain't come with nothing. I posted a building, 12-unit apartment building. 12 apartments, 5 commercials at the bottom. 17 unit. 2 people called me and said, yo, this boy trying to get in touch with you. He wanted. He don't want you to sell. How much you want for? I said, $250. He said, cool. They linked me up with him. I said, I want $250 for it. He said, cool. Did all the paperwork. He sent $125. Then he sent the other $125. $250. Got him the joint. He owned it for about 2 years now. Set him down with the architect, got all the things together for him, even gave him people to contact for funding so that I want to do it against Russia. Right? So I set him up with the funding, right? He said, yo, I got another 100. I said, all right, listen, what you want to do? I said, won't you buy a couple Jones that you're not going to keep with the 100? He said, cool. He said, what you think? I said, I can get you 5 400. I said, we going to go for 5 400. Right? I end up getting him 3 out of the 5, right?
Right.
This nigga went on this man podcast. Said, I took $300,000 from me, and one of my other mentees committed suicide, right? But he told them that this man committed suicide over me. Talking about the man invested all this money and he committed suicide over me. The man name is Solomon Roberts, right? His name Solomon Roberts, right? He died March 7th, around 10, right? He got into something, whatever. I don't really want to put his business out, embarrass his family. But whatever happened between him and his wife, now he still was legally married to his wife, but he had a baby mom.
Right.
So whatever happened between him and his wife, he killed the wife, shoot his son, then go on the run from the cops. I said, if you look this up in the newspapers, y'all,
it'll tell you.
His name is Solomon Roberts, right?
Yeah.
This man went on there and said he killed himself because of me. He had all these invested tens of thousands with me and all this and that, right? He died on March 7th. March 7th, when I woke up at 9:35 a.m., I had a text. At 8:08. I woke up at 9:35. I had a text message from 8:08. What that say? Just don't read her name. What that say?
Yeah, I need that 11K sent to my baby mom.
Such and such.
I just gave her your number. I love you, my nigga.
Read that part again.
I love you, my nigga.
What I say when I woke up?
Love you too, bro.
Don't nobody even know. It's so personal to me, right?
Right.
That these lames trying to say this man killed himself because he had all his money with me. That man had 11,000. That man had 11,000 left, and he said the 11,000 that he had left with me,
send it to his
baby mom. This her name. Then at the end of the text, he said, "I love you, my nigga." And I said, I woke up at 9:35. I said, "I love you too," not even knowing what he was going through. I had no knowledge of what was even going on.
Right.
This AM. So I want y'all to do y'all real research. You're the only person I showed this to. Mm-hmm. I think I told Feast about it, but you physically seen and read it.
Right.
Do that look like somebody that killed themselves over me?
Fuck no.
Huh?
Fuck no.
All right.
You can see up and down, but even period, the way you told me what he did, that ain't got nothing to do with you. If anything, he gonna take you out.
But let me tell you what the narrative. Let me say the narrative.
And
I'm glad you allow me to say this stuff on your platform because this dude got a family. Like y'all hate me so much and trying to make other people hate me so much that y'all fabricated that story. Now here it is. Let me tell you what it really is. It's the breakup. Now when it comes to the dude Jimmy, it's the breakup. All my mentees will get on here and tell you, bro, this dude was. If he could walk in my shadow, he would. That nigga. Right. I like him though. You know, he funny nigga, weirdo. You know what I mean? Got the gorilla juice. I don't know if y'all remember I used to drink the gorilla juice and the boys had a gorilla monkeys outfit on. It was for your sex drive. It was for men and women. I was helping him promote it. It was called Elmer's in Harlem. That was him. Right? Okay. So now watch this. $250, he got his one building. Out of the other 100,000, I got him 3 for 20 plus closing. So we didn't have enough to get the 5, right? But I still got him 3 houses for $100,000, right?
Which is good.
But hold up though, watch this.
I feel like that's still good.
So out of 2 houses, even if you say, oh, you the 2 houses, I'm gonna give you that, right? You go on the internet and do all this? No, what it was it was the detached. So I got a bunch of text messages from him. Oh, Mr. G, can you meet me? Bro, I done met him in Cleveland. I done met him in Detroit. I got 1,000 videos. Mr. G, the man. Mr. G, thanks, I love you. But the second I put him on his own and went about my business, oh, we ain't never get the other 2 houses. You owe me $40,000. And that's how I owe him $40,000 because I told him I was gonna get him 400, so he equated that with $20,000 a piece. But not knowing we still had closing fees, and so I was trying to do the best I could.
Right.
I ended up getting him 3 houses. Listen to the world. If I owe him 2, fuck it, I owe him 2. But to go on the internet and say I took 300 from him, and my man killed himself over me, all because you want to be up under me every day. Like you a weirdo for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Certified weirdo. The crazy thing is, so many people that was in his class was calling me like, I told you that nigga was a weirdo. Like he just, I don't want to get into that about people, but it's about the breakup. So y'all think there's times when y'all break up with women that women spares out. If me and you rolling, I'm getting money, and I find out you did some sucker shit and I cut you off. You know you trying to kill me.
Right, you sick.
You know you trying to kill me.
You done lost the money.
Because you done lost the money train.
Yeah.
You done lost.
You got kicked off the money train. Anybody would be sour getting kicked off the money train.
That's how it is with these guys.
And motherfuckers don't even look at it like that.
The women don't act this bad though.
Yeah.
The women might talk they shit about me. I don't fuck with that nigga no more. He gave my money fucking.
Right.
But the men be, man, that nigga, like, bro, like, I gave you bread. I went about my business.
I think it's part social media and it's the money. Because a lot of these motherfuckers who be getting on these platforms be people that don't really be that outside of social media.
Yeah.
So once you finally get a taste of that, you rolling with somebody, you know what I mean? You become like a member of society in your mind.
Yeah.
So now when the motherfucker take your membership card or something where they not treating you the same way, now you sick. And a motherfucker who is that nigga, I feel like anybody, like you said, you took your loss early on.
Right.
Nobody even heard about it. Niggas ain't even know.
Right.
You ate your L, moved the fuck on, and got your money up.
Right.
Any real nigga, most times, 9 times out of 10, gonna eat the L. I ate a lot of fucking L's in my life. We gonna eat the L.
We all did.
And we gonna get the fuck back on our feet because that's what the hustler gonna do.
Yeah.
So I feel like once you get into your bag and all that shit, especially when it's somebody who helped change your life, for me, that shit is,
bro,
I don't like that shit.
I just don't combat the bull crap. But bro, I came here, like I can show you videos and you could, you be like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's the same dude.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know what I mean? I mean, listen, bro, I'm talking about, if I don't answer the phone for him, Mr. G, damn, you made me a promise. I thought you was going. I said, bro, you paid for a mentorship 2 years ago, my nigga. The mentorship is over.
Yeah, like, we went a long way with this shit.
2 years, bro. We fixed your credit. I help you. This kid, bro, I don't call niggas kids. They men. This dude, man, own a whole block. It's one big, huge building. It's a whole block, bro. But I gave him for $250,000 a whole block. Then I gave him another 3 houses in Detroit. We walking through. I love these joints, Mr. G. They solid joints. He wear the big business shirts. He advocating for me. But the second I tell him no, it's just like, yo, no, listen, bro. I can't stop what I'm doing every day to do what you want me to do. Right. I can't do it today. All other days I did it.
Right.
I can't do it today. And now I see you on this dude podcast.
Was that the one
even if you beef, even if you mad at me,
was that the one that went on David Shan's joint? The
no,
social
that
group
wasn't
joint?
him.
That wasn't him.
That was a whole nother. Bro, this is what I don't understand about dudes. You spend money with me, right? And you spend, let's say for argument's sake, you spend $50,000 with me. Why you feel the need to tell somebody you gave me $300,000? Either way, you spend money with me, player.
Right.
We doing business.
Right.
Have it go. You know what I'm saying? Like to get on somebody's social media and say you gave me $500,000, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. You could easily say, yo, I gave him $250. I changed my mind. I wanted my bread back. He didn't give it back fast enough.
Right.
He gave me like $100, but he didn't give me the rest of it back fast enough. That would have been the truth. I'm cool with that.
Right.
Even in the videos, they cropping these videos, edit these videos. He clearly hit me in the video and say, yo, bro, I sent you 20 contracts. Like, we got to make a play. Which one? Don't come to my town, look around, and say, yo, I want that and that. Cool. I'm going to go get the money. I'll be back. Okay. You get the money. Then I'm sending you the paperwork because, nigga, I want you to sign the paperwork because I don't want to get this paper back.
Right.
That's any business person. You sign a paper, never sign a paperwork. Yo, bro, you hit me on the joint. Yo, we got to make a play. Then y'all cropping up these videos like niggas looking for me and I'm like, bro, how we get to this?
Yeah.
Like, how we get to this? Like, we solid men. Like, even, I don't even want to get into it. I'm going to tell you off the camera, but like, even the people who told me I shouldn't deal with him, like, I don't even want to put them out there.
Right.
But the people who told me, like, out their mouth, like, yo, man, you should never dealt with him. Whoop-de-whoop, this, that, and the third. Like, I'm like, damn, like, you know.
There's two sides to every story.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm being honest. Like, nobody's lying about nobody that spent any money. Right. Like, go on somebody's social media and say you gave me $500, knowing you gave me $250 and I gave you that and that bean back. Whatever, I don't even remember bean 15, 90, whatever I gave him back so far. Like, bro, like we making money together. Like,
so pretty much though, these people coming out saying all this shit, G owe me money, the whole time, all these people, you clearing up these debts.
That's the part about it that I don't get.
Right.
I mean,
and it ain't.
I can show you the text between me and that boy.
You ain't got to.
No, I'm just saying. The same nigga that said I gave him a nickel.
Yeah.
I can show you the text between us.
Right.
And between the people who told me I never, you know what I'm saying? Right. I just don't want to put them out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everything,
it.
honestly, the way Instagram works now, oh man, that nigga got receipts on G. Where? Why? Because they got on social media and talked about me? When did that become a receipt? Because I'm going to show you these real receipts. I just showed you a receipt. I just showed you the same nigga they said committed suicide over me, told me, before he killed himself, yo, bro, can you get that last $11,000 of my baby mom such and such? Man, I gave her your number. I love you, my nigga. Right. That don't sound like black. That sound like a motherfucker that's... Then I wake up and just text him back, I love you too. Right. Motherfucker, I ain't find out till a week later that he killed himself. I ain't even know he was dead. When somebody told me he killed himself, I said, what day? When they told me, I went back to the day they said he died. I opened up the text. I probably was one of the last people he talked to before he killed himself. Do that sound like a nigga? Yo, my nigga, boom, 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 I love you, my nigga. Do that sound like a motherfucker that's killed? Like, these dudes is painting this picture, yo. It's sad. Yeah. Do we owe people? Yeah, I got investments with people, of course. If you give me your money today, I owe you. Right. But is it to the point like, oh, we owe it, ain't nobody gonna get paid? Like, come on, man, we ain't about to do that. Right. You know what I mean? So I guess the main question I think that everybody really wonder before we get into the Tony shit, because I definitely want to talk about him. Okay. But were you ever at a point where you were robbing Peter to pay Paul? Was you telling motherfuckers like, come by this house so then you could take that bread or whatever and ship it on somebody else to give it to them type time? No. Let me tell you something, bro. I believe that's the thing. I believe that's the narrative that motherfuckers is running with. But let me tell you something. Let me blow y'all mind right now. Whether y'all know it or not, I don't need money to pay for houses. I'm that dug in. There's wholesalers from all over the United States calling me. Yo, I got a joint for you. I got 10 joints for you. What you want for them? Me 12 a piece. I give you 10 a piece. Cool. I put them right on the wire for 30. I can make me a dub. They don't never got to come out of pocket. Right. My mentorship was 10,000 a pop. I got over 1,000 mentees. I was paying people out of my own stuff. When people really put up money for houses, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is how the whole shit really started. People put up money for houses and then change their mind, damn near at the end or mid-stride. And then they want a refund. Can they tell that person to get a refund? Then they tell you to get a refund. They tell you, if you notice, that's the new shit now with everybody. Let me get a refund. Like, who gives you a refund? What other ethnic group, nationality gonna allow you to buy a crib and buy a crib. Now they listen. I'm gonna take you that part first. Bro, I don't have no problem selling out. Right now, there's plenty of people that want to come. Yo, I got such and such. Yo, I got this. Bro, I'm selling properties and cashing people out. How I always been doing. That's what we do. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I probably, at the height, I was selling like 2 houses a day. At my height, I was selling like 2 houses a day. 300-400 houses ain't nothing for me to sell. I was selling a house in 4 minutes. I post a house on Instagram, 4 minutes, 8 minutes. I could do it right now. Sometimes I just get in a funk where, like right now, I feel like, damn, I don't really want to help nobody. Right. I don't want to do nothing nobody. I got millions of dollars worth of assets, bro. I got $8 million worth of real estate just for sale right now. Just for sale. That's going to wipe out anything I had and still have money left. And I still own a bunch of other shit. Right. See, this what differentiates me from a lot of people. Like I said, oh, you robbing Peter PayPal? No, I take your fucking money and I buy assets. So when this motherfucking rainy day hit, I can get you the fuck out of my face and go back on my life. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I do. Right. See, I buy assets. By the time I had them cars and all, shit ain't nothing. That's nothing. I don't blow no money. Y'all see me in the club. One time, the nigga put up a video of me partying, like I was partying right now. Like, oh, I'm throwing money in. That shit was 3 years ago. My brother been dead a year. That was his birthday 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? At the time. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I want to say to y'all that, like right now, I'm selling real estate and I'm cashing people out. Like, I just cashed a couple people out last week. I got to cash some people out this week. It ain't stopped because these niggas talking shit. Right. He's still working. Still working. Who else gonna pay him? You think he could call me and say, hey, you owe such and such. Can we get him paid? No. He gonna get such and such on there, exploit them for their own personal gain so that they can make money off of them and say that nigga ain't gonna pay you. Guess what? After such and such feel like, damn, this nigga really played me. Guess what such and such doing? Yo, G. Yeah.
I still need that money.
How we looking? Yeah. Right? Yo, bro, ain't no problem. We looking at, man, I apologize for such. Like I had that. Right. I apologize, man. I don't want to see nothing happen to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. I got in my feelings. I got in my emotions. Boom. Even when I called the nigga Jimmy, I called him because I got love for all my people. He said, no, man, the nigga twisted my shit up. You know, he made me this and that and this and that. But then I just seen you going there again. Like, now I got to address you. Like, stop lying. Right. Because I got 1,000 videos of you dick riding. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about to the max. Right. You know what I mean? Mr. G this. Oh, G this. Yeah, he look what he got for me. He blessed me. Oh, this and that. What changed? Right. This a real, yo, listen. This is a real live wave. Like, people really want to be a part of something that bad that they will really jump on any wave, yo. Yeah. If
it got to be negative, then that's the way they're going to take it.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's the problem. So now, speaking of that, because Tony, my issue, I don't even know Tony personally. You know what I mean? He was cool on Gilly and Wallow show and shit like that. My issue with him is right now.
I don't think nobody knows this nigga personally.
He takes this fucking
to be truthful with you.
Friendship thing first, in my opinion. I felt like when he first was like trying to get in contact with you, he like, man, G always answer when I call. You know what I mean? It's this thing of like, you're supposed to be the homie type shit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And niggas get emotional
then
when you
get negative, and then you trying to bash him to death and want to see him sued till he black and blue. Like, what happened and how?
I just told y'all what happened with these dudes. Yeah. They groupies. Yeah. They be for real. I'm keeping it real with you. They be. It don't got nothing to do. Take me out the equation because I don't want to make it feel like I'm shitting and trying to embarrass him. Right. He did it to Low. Did it to Gil. Groupie. I spent $100,000 on it. What man? Spends $100,000 taking other men on trips. No, for real, yo. Then you paying to get in this room. You paying to get in that. You buying everything you got. That's why, bro. He did it to him. Did it to Jay Morrison. Did it to Envy. Did it to Caesar. And it's a bunch of other dudes I don't even know. You see the one dude that's suing him now. The boy just beat him in court for $210,000 for the defamation. Plus the $30,000 that he owed the man lawyer fees. So it ain't just me. I don't take it personal. Right. He weird. Yeah. I'm gonna show you something blow your mind.
When he
Cause I like to show it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you a nigga like to lead by proof.
Just like this. Look, this his own father. It's a picture of his own father he posted. He said, ever been to the circus? He said, you'll find clowns. Tagged his dad, said sorry ass excuse of a father. That ain't weird. Who am I?
To your dad?
Who am I?
Online?
If this what the man did, this
Yeah,
is
you
man
willing to do that
father.
to your dad, you willing to do that to any fucking
Do it
body.
to me.
That's a fact.
So guess what? I don't
Take it personal.
take it personal. Like listen, when I was in the streets, I respected the stick up niggas. I respected niggas that's gonna fuck your money up. I respected the bosses. I respected everybody because everybody got a job to do. Even the cops, even the rats. Everybody got a job to do. So when you in the game, you gotta understand that even though this my man, if he get in, he might rob me because that's what he do. He rob niggas. So I gotta always be on angles or know how to move around you. Like when it come to dudes like that, like the thing about it is, I had a joint down in Miami. He popped up at the joint called Runway. Yo, Run, where you at? You at this joint with G? So Run like, yo, the boy Tony asked me, well, I don't really know. I said, nah, nigga, come down, man, I'm cool. I said, he came down. We had a good time. As soon as he come out the elevator, he smiling. I said, go ahead. I said, yo, we got a special guest, special treat. Boy Tony, the clothes just got out the elevator. I said, you want to get busy? He said, yeah. I let him get busy. Sell his product. Yes, cameraman with him, everything. After the joint, gave me my props. We hugged. What you doing? That we going to eat dinner. We all went to eat dinner. Had a good time. That was it. That's the only time I've been really in his space. Then I end up linking up with him. One time, this when he really heavy with the girl Nicole he with. He telling me about how much I know he love her. You know what I mean? He was a big fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the girl Nicole. She got her own money. I got my money. This and that. And this and that. We go to the Dior store. We kicking it. She come down. Whatever we had a good day. Right. Only day I ever really spent with him. Anytime anybody said anything bad about me that got to him, he would call me. Yo, I'm put you. Yeah, fuck with. I'm put you on the phone, Dino. Yeah, one thing I know about G, if he got a problem with somebody, he gonna rectify it. Right. So the night that I let him on my page, me and him was just talking, and the whole shit with them was going crazy. Right. And I'm like, yo, I'm come on. So people like, why you let that nigga on? I'm like, well, because one thing I said, yo, Tone, to tell you, anytime anybody, I don't got no problem fixing no money situations. Right. You got a problem with me, I'm gonna fix it. Like I ain't had nobody drop no 500s and no millions of dollars. Maybe 2 people my whole life gave me that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Right. But nobody came and gave me $1 million. My clients was on average 25. Right. You know what I mean? On average. Might have a couple 50s or whatever. But on average, it was like a quarter. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't understand where he just went off the handle. Like even on one of the lives, his girl was like, I thought Greg was your friend. But guess what though? He right. He not my friend. I really don't know him from nothing. And here we are now. You know what I mean? Because this is my thing. I mean, we at war, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like should it be like this and brothers airing their stuff out? No, but like my thing is like I let the man disrespect my family, talk about me 3 months straight. Even my wife. I told my wife, I said, I ain't letting them get away with that shit. That's the least I said, I ain't letting none of them get away with it. Right. None of them motherfuckers ain't gonna get away with it at all. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I'm playing chess. Once I seen him disrespect, envying him, I already know I don't gotta put up. One thing I ain't doing no defamation. Right. I'm not suing him. I'm not doing none of that court shit. Right. One thing I do know, when them motherfuckers jump on his ass and they pin him down, like right now they about to pin his ass down, everybody gonna jump on his back. And that's it for him. 2024, he ain't gonna be in the game. So he can't. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to stand that. Guess who did it though? He did it to himself. None of the guys he got beefs with did anything to him. You picking up? He burnt a bunch of his clients. We got the lawsuits right here. Every business will have lawsuits if it gets big. If you start dealing in millions of dollars, somebody will feel like you did him wrong. Right. He got lawsuits. He dissolved his company, and he went on. My thing is, ask somebody if you got a hardship. Yo, who are you confiding in? Right. If you got that one company that you're making money off of, just bankrupt the company, stabilize it, keep pumping it, and allow everybody to get paid. File a Chapter 11. Everybody gets paid off the Chapter 11. People don't understand that. When you file a Chapter 11, the government steps in, helps you fix the business. The trustee handles the payouts, so you don't have to deal with all your debtors. You don't really. I don't really have to. If I file a Chapter 11 on my businesses that got money coming in, right. Which my wife ain't filed no Chapter 11 on none of the business with her investors, any investments, the joint venture ship she had, and I didn't do it on the joint venture ships I had. They talking about a Chapter 11 that we filed on some shit that ain't had nothing to do with them. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't get it though, bro. Truth be told, like I just showed you what the man said about his own father. Right. You know what I'm saying? He don't care nothing about me, you, or nobody else. You know what I mean? Yeah, you willing to do that, bro. I ain't see that. But and he got mental health issues. And I know, I'm gonna tell you how I know. One of my brothers, my little brother moved the same way. My younger brother, he younger than me, he moved the same way, right? He got mental health issues. I love him to death. He got mental health issues, right? Real, not disrespecting. My brother got mental health.
Right.
My brother a bully. Big nigga, he'll bully you. He'll talk greasy to you. As soon as you jump on his ass, he playing the victim. Same shit. I watch a nigga like my own brother. He'll do that, but I understand him because that's my brother. I raised him. He my brother. So I told him that because when I started to join into their little games, right? I started putting their business up. They couldn't take it. Yeah. They started cracking.
Copping from the rip.
You copping, please. You put my address up, so I put your address up. Why you crying? But what I said to him, I said this to him because he reached out that night. I'm gonna show you all the joints. He said, "Damn, you put my girl address up. You know we live in Cali. Like I'm supposed to sympathize. I don't give a fuck where she lived at.
It's fair game.
It's fair game, right? Yeah. But that's what I said. I said, yo, you know how I learned how to get you? I said, you got the same mental health issues that my brother got. I said, I figured you out. Y'all used to playing all offense.
Yeah.
That's your problem. You don't know how to backpedal. Cause that big husky shit, y'all think y'all scared somebody. That shit don't scare somebody. Somebody will put you down behind that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I learned that you just don't do shit to people that you want done to you. That's why no matter what I owe, no matter what business deals went, I break my neck, bro. I get up every day and beat this motherfucking concrete so I can make sure that we get what we need to get done.
And everything's squared away.
And I get it squared. Bro, I bought a house. I bought a house in Miami. I paid $2 million for it. I'm selling it for $3 million right now, right? So they went on there, he's selling his house. The lady did an article about me. Same motherfuckers that put that bullshit out on 500 paying motherfuckers to do articles. It's weird as shit, bro. Paying for all these articles and these bloggers, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you the text that I got. They're telling me he was gonna do it. So, bro, this shit's so crazy with these dudes. But to make a long story short, bro, I don't understand him. I don't get him. But I said what I needed to say. I just want to show him that everybody can play that same game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do I want to play it? Nah. The reality is, ain't nobody really looking for your girl, but wherever you are, that's where the people gonna be. Cause it's bigger than me now. It's beyond us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like it's other people that you offended. Right. You know what I'm saying? How you think I get it? I don't know where you live at. They sending me.
That shit.
I don't know you got these lawsuits. I don't know you did trying to do an insurance job on your car. I don't know your car is reported stolen. Right. How we know all this shit? They sending it. So you gotta really be caught up in your own hype to not understand that. Like, you looking at me as your enemy, like, my nigga, like, this shit is coming to me. I don't know you from nothing.
You got all these other enemies you done created.
Yeah, and what you not understanding is the same way you try to get all these people to go on social media against these people, niggas all coming together at one table.
To do it against you.
Yeah, to get him out of here. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. But I think we had a great night, man. You dropped some game.
Appreciate you.
We done cleared the air. You know what I'm saying? I hope that this definitely cleared it up for other people who may not understand from the outside looking in. Because, you know, it's Philly, so everybody talking. Motherfuckers been heard a lot of shit. You know.
And can I say something to Philly?
Go ahead.
You rotten motherfuckers. Guess what? I love y'all. I know y'all hard on y'all people. I'm used to it. I don't take no offense to it. I know y'all love me when everything was going good and when shit go bad. I know y'all hate. I know y'all root for the Eagles, cheer for the Eagles. Make one bad play, y'all booing them niggas out the stadium. For anybody that's watching, saying niggas in Philly hating on him, that's what we do. Let me handle my people in Philly. Let them handle me. Y'all, the rest of y'all world, mind y'all fucking business. Philly, I'm always love y'all. I'm always do what I got to do right by y'all first and everybody else, all right? So I love y'all. I just wanted to shoot that out there to y'all, man. I don't mind y'all hating on me, man. I expect y'all to hate. If y'all hating on me is what built me. Y'all carrying me a certain way is what made me who I am today. So carry on. That's
definitely one way to look at that shit, boy, because Philly cut different. Because we go through the mud out this motherfucker out here. Go through the pit to get to the top. But I really appreciate you coming through, brother, breaking bread with me. We ate good, talk good, drink good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bumbu, Rose, Bel Air, Brett. It's a good job, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, next time I come on, we can talk about getting money and
we can give a good game all the way. But this was more.
It was needed. And I appreciate you.
Definitely needed. I'm glad.
I appreciate you for not holding no punches. Appreciate you for asking me direct questions. You know what I'm saying, and allowing me to at least show you this stuff. You know what I'm saying, because this is what having receipts is about. It's one thing. Just because somebody come on and say something about you, don't mean that that's a receipt. Like, show me. Right. And let's rectify it.
Facts. And you definitely seem like you cool with rectifying, so I don't understand what else.
Because it's another level to get to.
Yeah, so
we ain't gonna get there if we just keep beefing over nothing.
Yeah, that's a fact. But y'all already know who it is. I mean, you could tell them real quick where to follow you at for the people that don't follow you already.
Man, I don't even want them following me no more. I'm done with you. No, I'm
big
business. I'm big business on Instagram, man. My name is Greg Park. I'm big business on Instagram. And if you follow me, man, be honest with y'all gonna get the good, the bad, and the ugly. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Sometimes they say I show too much on Instagram because I don't mind. I just want people to know that what real life is really about, no matter what level you playing at.
Yeah. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth. It's Cooking at 215, the best podcast in Philly. Let's go.